What the actual... Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. The leaks, they were real. Look at this. A massive blog has just dropped on the Overwatch website. It details the core gameplay changes. Look at this. Hero health pool changes. Giving more self-reliance in team fights. Role passive. The new damage passive. Look at that. Dealing damage reduces the target's healing received by 20%. What? This isn't your old man's Overwatch, is it? Oh, no. What? Oh, and this projectile size changes. And then loads of info. I mean, what the hell? Let's just go through this. This is a massive blog. And these are... I mean, look, they say revitalizing the Overwatch 2 experience. I think this is pretty much them saying, look, this is our version of Overwatch. Forget about all the old developers, all the old, the Overwatch 1 crew. They're no longer here. This is Overwatch 2, and this is what we're doing. And I'm going to say before we get into this, because obviously I don't know what the details are. We're going to break them down as we go through them. But it looks like they're fairly similar to the leaks which came out. But I'm not totally against this. I think this is actually a good thing because this is kind of a way of injecting new life back into the game, going, hey, we're going to shake it up and let's see what happens. It's going to be a completely different game in Season 9. Forget what you know about Overwatch up until right now because it's just being thrown out of the window. This is insane. Let's go through this. So, wow, okay. So this is what Blizz say. Revitalizing the Overwatch 2 experience. The newest season of Overwatch 2 is just around the corner, and with it comes some exciting changes. During our Overwatch 2 What's Next panel at BlizzCon 2023, we shared a sneak peek at some of the philosophy guiding many of the system changes coming this year, striving to make PvP gameplay more rewarding and more fun and providing greater transparency for players in-game. We are introducing major changes to competitive in the new season, from a new progression system to an all-new skill tier above Grandmaster, as well as major gameplay changes to combat and hero survivability. Read for details. Oh my lord. Okay, so the first bit seems to be based on the competitive changes, so let's break this down. Updating the competitive experience. We've heard your feedback on competitive play over the last 8 seasons, and we have some big updates coming that will give you the opportunity to build on your skills and see how you progress through the competitive ranks. We built a better system that's more accurate while also helping convey the meaning behind the mathematical complexities of a modern matchmaker and bring clear insights about what impacts your rank in every match. Okay. So this is, okay, this seems to be good. This looks like a breakdown of some of the visuals they showed off in the trailer from yesterday. That's, of course, if you're watching this video on the 8th of February. And way back at BlizzCon where they showed off some of the sort of progression bar, this kind of thing here. But it looks like they're now going to explain it. This seems really cool. So, seeing how and why your rank changes. Okay, this could be massive. Honestly, this could be massive for the game. It could be huge. Okay, one piece of feedback we've heard is just knowing your rank doesn't say anything about why your rank went up or down. Competitive updates originally worked to provide updates that reflected your growth as a player across multiple matches, but with the goal to provide greater transparency in each individual match, we're going back to updating your rank after every match and showing you how much progress you gain or lose between each skill division. So, of course, that's like a massive change because the system we've had ever since Overwatch 2 launched has been completely crap, and that's going away. So a massive change. You're going to see your skill change after every game. Now, I think the main reason why Overwatch 2 launched with the you had to win 7 games, or you had to, 7 games, I think it was, or lose 10, something like that, or lose 15, and they changed it to the win 5 that we've been playing recently for the update, is that feeling of your number going down after you lose a game, I think makes people not want to play Overwatch, so they leave competitive. Whereas if it's 5 games and maybe you've lost 6, and then, hey, you've won 5, and then you get the rank update, even if the rank update goes down maybe or stays the same, you sort of play longer, you get what I'm saying? Because you're not getting that individual update. But of course, for competitive integrity and the actual will to want to get better at the game, that's completely crap. This is much better, so good job, Blizz. We're also displaying modifiers that affected your last match below the rank progression bar. Some modifiers help provide transparency in the matchmaking for each match, like getting a boost when you defeat a team that was more favoured to win, while other modifiers show if your rank is calibrating, like going on a huge win streak, proving you belong in a higher rank, Feedback is a driving force behind these changes, and we want to hear your thoughts on competitive play now that you'll have more context for each game. Okay, so yeah, confirmation there. If you go on a massive win streak, you're just going to accelerate through the ranks, which would make sense. If you're winning game after game after game, surely you're probably better than the players in those games. Okay, let's take a look at this. So this is the rank information graphic. Rank promotion progress. The progress bar shows how much your rank increased as a result of a match. The bigger the highlighted section, the more rank was gained or lost. Okay, so this green bit is what you got for the previous game. The reasons why more rank might have been gained or lost are explained in the modifiers below. Okay, so a win streak, bonus for high win rate. Okay, uphill battle, you weren't favored but you won. Okay, so you beat better players. That makes sense. Consolation, you weren't favored and you lost. Okay, so you're expected to lose, so you're not being as punished for that. Okay, so what you'll get a penalty for, though, is a loss streak. So if you lose a load of games, you'll get a penalty. Makes sense. Reversal, you were favored, but then you lost. Okay, so you got beat by noobs. You deserve to lose rank. Expected, you were favored and you won. So yeah, you get a negative modifier for that. Calibration, bonus for a high win rate. Okay. Volatile, you lost calibration matches after ranking up. Okay. Right. So let's carry on with this. This is it already sounds much better. It's already making me want to play it, which I think is good. Because I literally don't care about comp in the game, and I haven't cared about it since Overwatch 1, which is terrible. Anyway, bring a fresh start with placement matches and rank resets. All right, then, let's do it. Rank resets. So the big question here will be, is this actually a total rank reset? Or, because surely that would make the game absolutely terrible. But I don't know. Let's just break it down and see what happens. So with both the changes to competitive play and the broader changes to gameplay starting this season, we feel this is a perfect opportunity for everyone to start fresh as they compete on the rank leaderboards. To accomplish this, we're reintroducing placement matches and resetting everyone's competitive skill rank. Well, I guess that's the answer. That seems... Well, whatever. Fresh start. Let's go. Your journey to the top... I'm never getting to the top, by the way. And neither are you. Your journey to the top begins with 10 all-new placement matches, with everyone's rank being reset. These 10 placement matches provide you with a high-stakes opportunity to make big gains in determining your new rank, your new starting rank. As you progress through placement matches, there will be a predicted starting rank after each match. You'll only have one chance this year to run your placement matches. So pick your best heroes and stay hydrated, because these games count for a lot. Okay, wow. So I think this is in line with the new competitive vision, isn't it? Because think about the Jade Weapons. Yeah, that's for the year of competitive, from when Season 9 starts till this time next year. Then we'll probably get like Ruby Weapons or whatever. Hopefully we get better weapon rules, because the Jade stuff looks terrible. But like, this emphasis on your placement games is going to be ultra sweaty. Like, you want to win as many of those as possible, because you're going to get a massive placement boost, and that's going to stick you at a rank. I'm going to make these figures up, but it feels to me this might be the difference between maybe if you win and lose as many, it's equal of your placement games. You win 5, you win and you lose 5, and maybe you end up in gold, right? But imagine if you won 7 of them, you might end up in plat, right? If that's the way this works, you absolutely want to be trying your insanely best to win these placement games, because it seems like there is a lot of emphasis. I mean, they're straight up saying, look, it counts for a lot. We've not really seen this language from Blizzard. They generally don't tell you what happens, do they, with competitive updates in the game. You rank in your SR updates and your MMR and all of that. So this is big news, right? So don't lose your placement games. There's going to be crazy toxicity in the placement games. It's going to be like, report this guy. Oh, no. Okay, so this is the screen. All right, so it shows your predicted rank, which they did say after each match. So in this example, we've got a win, a loss, a win, a loss, a win and a win, and a draw and a win. And they donated their games, and they're calculated gold 1. So if they just carry on as is, then they'll get gold 1. So I guess if they lose, will this go down? If they win, will this go up? But then maybe that's predicted to the end. I don't know. But still, this is cool. Like, this is cool. You're getting a rank update even in your placement games. So I'll take that. Now, there's also a new rank. Yeah, so this is the new rank. It is rise up to the rank of champion. Now, this is a rank above Grandmaster. So if you were not Grandmaster, I mean, can we even compare the old Overwatch 2 system? We probably can't even compare that. Like, are we going to go into a world where, like, plats from the old Overwatch 2 system are now diamonds or something, or now they're masters in this one? Who knows? Who even knows? Like, I don't know. Who even cares? But, yeah. So this rank is above GM on the old sort of scale, apparently. So this is what they say. So how high can you go? We're introducing the ultimate rank, champion. This is the most prestigious tier above Grandmaster, intended to show who's the best among the most skilled players in the game. Even with the boost that placement matches can provide, top ranking players will still need to win a lot of games to reach Champion 1 and prove they are the best of the best. This is the most exclusive rank in the history of Overwatch, and we're on the edge of our seats to see who will achieve such heights in Season 9 and beyond. Is it really? Because they've still got top 500, haven't they? So this rank's below top 500? I don't know. Is it? I think it is. Anyway, there's a new rank. A rank I'll never see. Unless the comp system is broke on launch and somehow I end up at that rank. I'm not going to end up at that rank. Oh, no. Here we go. Okay, Jade Weapons. Now, these things are like, holy hell. New competitive rewards in Jade Weapons. So Season 9 introduces Jade Weapon variants, unlockable with the new 2024 competitive points. Earning Jade Weapon variants will reflect your dedication to competitive play in 2024, not your highest rank achieved. Luckily, these new Jade Weapon variants will not be as exclusive as the champion rank. You will progress towards earning competitive points just by playing the game mode, with more progress granted towards wins. Competitive points earned for winning and drawing matches have been rebalanced around this new progression system, which should make every match feel rewarding regardless of the outcome. Okay, so this is interesting because this was a thing in the past where Blizzard didn't want to reward you for losing a competitive game. And they're sort of saying like, yeah, you'll still get points even if you lose. So if you just grind a load of games, you can get this. And they do specifically say this isn't a marker of skill. It's just more a marker of time input. I guess if you are more skilled, you will get these weapons faster because you'll win more games, right? And yeah, the new champion rank is kind of what you want to be aiming for in terms of that. I mean, I hate using the term low effort, especially in like creative industries, but this is low effort garbage. And I don't know. I actually seen a render over on Reddit, which was just like somebody made a better render, like literally in 12 hours than what Blizzard have given us here. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on here, but yeah. So 3,000 points basically for the weapons, and we've got an example of Tracer's Pulse Pistol, which is fine. Okay. Again, I don't know how many we're earning. They're not actually saying how many you're earning unless they say here. It doesn't look like they are, but yeah. I think they can just do better rewards, but I'm hoping this is just the start of a new system. Legacy competitive points and golden weapons. Through the end of Season 8, players can still earn competitive points towards unlocking golden weapon variants. When Season 9 starts, your previously earned competitive points will be converted to legacy competitive points. Okay. Now, I think what's going to happen with this, I think it's pretty obvious, is when the 2024 season finishes, all of the current competitive points will convert into legacy competitive points, and then you'll be able to buy both the Jade and the Gold weapons. And then whatever the next variant is for next year, you'll have the competitive points will be for 2025, and then when the next year rolls around, I think it's just going to keep going like that. At least that seems like the intention. It is a one-to-one trade as well, which is cool. Okay, so more information on the end of the competitive year. You'll still be able to use legacy points to unlock the golden weapon variants, but the way you receive legacy competitive points will change. Once the 20... So they've just... Yeah, maybe I should have read this before I sort of went with what I was saying. But once the competitive 2024 season closes, any leftover 2024 competitive points will automatically be converted and added to your legacy competitive points, which can be used to unlock golden weapon variants. So it doesn't actually specifically say Jade. Maybe they... I mean, I think they should just discontinue... Like, the Jade weapons are garbage, but they should just discontinue them. They should not be available for purchase going into 2025, because if you've not played in 2024, you shouldn't have them. That's what they should indicate, right? That's literally what I would go for. Maybe that's what they're going to do because they look so, like, low effort. Literally, a designer spent 5 minutes and just applied a fancy texture to it, and that's the end of it. Or change the hue. Slider. So the example they give is end of the comp year, 600 of your comp points that get turned into this. Yeah, so that's if, of course, you had 600. Okay, so that's fine. And then we've got last chance to claim end of season bonuses. Starting season 9, competitive changes that grant competitive bonus points are also changing. Season 8 will be the last season to claim end of season competitive challenges for season 1 to 7. Okay, so challenges are changing if that's something that you chase after. Log in before the end of season 8 to grab any rewards from season 7 or earlier that you haven't claimed yet. Once season 9 begins, you will be unable to receive past competitive points from completed competitive challenges from season 7 or earlier. You'll still be able to claim your season 8 rewards during season 9, and you must log in to receive that bonus before the end of season 9. Fair enough. Right. Okay. So this is it. This is the big dog, the big change. Introducing core changes to gameplay. And you know what is really interesting with this? I have not played Apex Legends for ages. I mean, honestly, I ain't touched Apex for probably 2 years. Like, I literally haven't even logged into the game and played it. Yet, I'm interested in Apex right now because Apex has done the same thing. They've changed their core gameplay mechanics around shields, and I think there's like little mini hero talents you can sort of get in the game. So it's having an effect on me in that way. I'm a lapsed player and I'm thinking, hey, I want to come back. This is what Blizzard are going for with this change. They want people to go, oh, what? Let's try this. It's a completely different Overwatch. And I've got to be honest, to someone like me who is, well, let's keep the Jade theme going, who is jaded with the state of the game, I look at this and I think, okay, I'm feeling revitalized. I'm feeling like there's something I want to get stuck into here. So let's break this down because the first one, let's just do it. Let's just get into it. Oh my days. Beyond the competitive rank rework, or the competitive rework, Season 9 features major changes to the fundamentals of Overwatch 2 gameplay that affect every hero. We've heard the community feedback around some gameplay pain points and developed changes to the core gameplay with these goals in mind. So, they want to deliver a more consistent feel to firing and landing your shots on opponents. So they want to make it easier to shoot people. Lessen the impact of burst damage and allow for greater counterplay. So they want to increase the time to kill, which gives you more time to think about what to do, which gives you more time to counter. Then they want to adjust where in-game healing and damage are effective to reduce stagnant team fights, which is why they've put the DPS passive in, right? Which reduces healing by 20%, but we'll get onto that. All of these changes have been designed to work in combination to balance each other out, and we're excited for you to get into the game and experience them all at once. Projectile size changes. Now, this doesn't sound very sexy, does it, on the face of it? But this is making bullets bigger so it's easier to hit. Right. Making your shots feel good to hit. One of our main goals with these adjustments is to make firing your weapons and abilities feel more consistent without impacting the time to eliminate a target and without removing the overall feel of gameplay we all know and love. When examining how burst damage values have changed over time, we found that in most cases, they've gone down in raw value, though that may not necessarily mean they become weaker relative to other changes. The 5v5 environment and new heroes of Overwatch 2 certainly factor into the perspective, but it's often overlooked that the player base's average skill, game knowledge, and pace of gameplay are relatively higher now than when the game first launches. Well, were launched, okay. So we're going to make the bullets bigger so it's easy to hit. Right, these are the changes. Okay. Okay, this is a lot of numbers. Now, this is like something I guess we're just going to have to play with to see what this feels like. But we've got plus 0.05 meters for hit scan projectiles with a high rate of fire or spread, e.g. Tracer's pulse pistols or Reaper's Hellfire shotguns. Okay. An even bigger increase, so plus 0.08 meters for hit scan projectiles that are more precise, Cassidy's Peacekeeper, Soldier 76 pulse rifle. Now, I'm kind of thinking here, if you give, I'm just going to play Soldier in Season 9. Because if you're making his bullets massive, it's just going to be like, and the passive which is going to reduce healing by 20%. It's just going to be a killing machine. Surely that benefits high fire rate heroes as well. Anyway, let's move on. Plus 0.05 meters for travel time projectiles that are shotguns or have a very high rate of fire. Roadhog's scrap gun or Ramartra's void accelerator. So this is getting, I think, quite complicated, but at least they're being granular in the detail, and you can always come back and reference this. This is a big one. plus zero point 0.1 meters for travel time projectiles with a speed greater than 50 meters per second. Zen's destruction orb. So Zen is literally going to be throwing logs? What? A plus 0.15 meters for travel time projectiles with a speed less than or equal to 50 meters. So they get a bigger size because they move slower. So Farah's rocket launcher. And very large projectiles with a base size greater than 0.5 meters have been excluded from these increases. So Arissa's javelin and fire strike just remain the same. Makes sense, because if they were just literally the size of a buzz being thrown at you. Oh, no, sorry, I should get my English correctly. A bus. I'll have you know where I come from around Birmingham. It's a buzz, mate. Birmingham's a shithole. If you know the meme. I'm not going to do it. Anyway, let's move on. So, good stuff. When it all comes to aim... Okay, this is it, right? So, the mechanical skill aspect of aiming. They're making your bullets bigger. It's going to be easier to hit targets, right? When it comes to aiming as a mechanical skill requirement, even players with excellent aim often mention how it can feel random whether a shot hits or not, due largely in part to the whip speed movement acceleration heroes have when changing directions. Combined with all of the dashing, leaping, teleporting abilities, hitting your target can be very difficult. Now, that is an accurate point. Overwatch is one of the most difficult FPS games out there. So like in a stupid idiot's explanation of this, it's not one plane. It's like they could be coming from above, they could be coming from the side, from behind, in front of you. You're constantly having to look around at everything. Think a Winston's diving in on you, so you're trying to track him in the sky, and then you're trying to get rid of a Tracer who's attacking you. Then maybe there's a Pharah or an Echo, you're looking back into the sky. There's a load, like an actual ton of really fast movement you have to do in Overwatch. So it is one of the most difficult FPS games. So I can kind of understand that if you make it easier to hit targets, it might attract people from other games because it becomes easier. Anyway, crisp responsive movement is important to the core gameplay feel, so we wouldn't want to just slow down player movement. Instead, we're improving hit consistency by making both damage-dealing hit scan and travel time projectiles larger. Heroes that have weapons or abilities that don't benefit from any projectile size changes will receive additional balance changes. However, we don't want to make too many hero adjustments before getting a better understanding of the effects from these initial changes. So, tune in for more on individual heroes in the future. Okay. Wow. Adjusting health pools to balance gameplay. Now, if you guys seen any of the leaks, I mean, I've seen all the leaks. But like I said in a previous video, I'm not really interested in covering the leaks until it became, well, if it was actual, real. Because it's pointless, because they seemed ridiculous, right? Massive increases to hero health, and all of that stuff. But it looks like it's actually true. So when you look at gameplay, I think I've seen recently a leaked gameplay clip of the Moira Mythic, and she had a ton of health. It's like, what's going on here? Why has Moira got that much health? This is why. So they're saying, since we're increasing the average accuracy of all heroes and want to keep time to kill similar, we're also increasing everyone's maximum health. So they're saying, you're going to hit more shots, so you're going to effectively do more damage. So to offset this, everyone's got more health. So this, I think, in the gameplay sort of perspective, means you're going to spend more time actually shooting targets. They won't die as fast, which is nobody likes them to instantly die as fast as they were. Maybe they're more resistant as well to burst damage, which is one of their core sort of tenets, I think, at the top of this article, where they wanted to reduce that frustration in the game. We've already balanced damage values, damage boosts, critical damage breakpoints, and other factors around 200 and 250 HP heroes. So the new health ends up requiring at least one more hit from most heroes to eliminate an enemy. And another thing I'll say about this, right, which I think this is very valuable from like a game design perspective. They often talk about tuning knobs that they can change, right? So you'd have like hero damage. You could say like hero health regen, which you've got in the game, the amount of healing heroes put out. And they've never really had hero health pools. They've done a lot of changes to individual heroes, but not a global change. And now they're doing a global change. So this should give them more of a buffer to make more HP changes where required. And HP changes do have a massive impact on the game. If you give a hero an extra 50 health, they can suddenly become massively oppressive and then super powerful. We've seen it with a bunch of heroes in the past. But giving everyone an increase means that you've got like, yeah, more of a margin of error, I think. So I think this could be a really good change for the future of the game. So this is what they're doing, right? 150 to 175 HP heroes are having their health increased by 25. 200 to 300 HP heroes having their health increased by 50. I mean, this sounds crazy, don't you? Like, just think of the heroes that have got that much health already. It's like, ah! Ugh. But that's when you're thinking about old Overwatch. This is new Overwatch, right? So, and then tanks. Well, I mean, 300 HP tanks, they get an increase of 75 to 100. I mean, this is gonna be massive. Honestly, what? So this is about self-healing and the new role passives. Right, let's just get into it. Giving more self-reliance in team fights. We also want to make sure that the flow of the team fight doesn't take away from individual player decisions that can determine the outcome of a match. Tanks already have a significant role in each team fight, as they are often the ones to take space and determine where each fight takes place. Whereas we want to enable more critical decision-making among the damage and support roles. The changes to projectile size and health pools effectively reduce the impact of burst damage and tones down the relative strength of healing, meaning it will take longer to heal someone from 1 HP to full health. To ease the friction of an increased time to fully heal allies out of combat and enable support players to make more informed decisions on who to heal, everyone can now regenerate health passively at a rate of 20 healing per 5 seconds of not taking damage, and the support role passive heal has been adjusted to 2.5 seconds. So there is the figure. It is 20 healing after 5 seconds of not taking damage. I don't think that's too bad. I think actually that's not really going to be... Because think of a game of Overwatch, 5 seconds of doing nothing. I mean, that's a long time. And then you're only going to get 20 healing per second after that. So you're still going to have to like hide, basically, or not do anything to get the healing back. I don't know. I don't think this is going to be as bad as we thought it kind of would be. But again, the issue with this is there's all these other changes as well. So we can't just focus in on that and go, uh-oh. But if we focus in on that through the sort of lens of Overwatch, I want to say Overwatch 1, but Overwatch 2 that we're playing at the moment, that's insane. But I don't know. Maybe it's not as insane as we thought. Again, we need to find out. But yeah, there's a figure to it. Okay. An increase to health pools and a weakening of burst damage means that heroes live longer and team fights will take longer to conclude. To combat some of the potentially extreme situations there, we're also introducing a new damage passive, empowering them to more easily fulfill their role in securing eliminations, reduce in-combat healing, and potentially add an additional strategic layer to focus firing targets. Okay, let's do this, because this is the role passives. Wow. Okay, so all heroes passively regenerate 20 health per second after not taking damage for 5 seconds. Okay. New damage roll passive. Dealing damage reduces the target's healing received by 20%. Updated support roll passive will now begin regenerating health after 2.5 seconds, so the support, their passive kicks in quicker. Tank roll passive reduces knockback received, less ultimate charge generated by healing and damage received, increased health in roll queue gamers. So I think that's just the same. Okay, this 20% thing. So the first thing that comes to mind is there going to be some sort of indicator that someone's being shot? Actually, do we even need an indicator? Because you can kind of tell when somebody's being attacked, right? I'm just kind of thinking from like a soldier perspective or any other fast-firing hero. If you're just sort of spraying into the enemy, trying to hit them so they don't have they've got a 20% reduced healing on them, it's like a mini anti-nade. You're firing into people constantly. And it's like, obviously it's not like anti-nade, what I'm talking about, because that stops healing. But like, it's like, this is really powerful. And it's almost like you want the target you're firing at to be lit up. So people then all go, oh, that's the target that is going to be under reduced healing. Let's destroy it. But then again, does that matter? Because Overwatch is generally like, you're shooting at a lot of stuff. I'm not sure. But yeah, maybe this is in the game. Like I said, who knows? It could be. At its core, Overwatch 2 is a competitive game, so it's important for the core systems and competitive systems to be as intuitive and accessible as possible. In addition to these core system changes, we're introducing reworks to Farah and Junkertown. So again, it was leaked that Farah had a rework, so this is true as well. Junkertown, I don't know, but Junkertown's getting a rework, and we'll go into this in a later blog. But for now, let us know what you think. Let us know what you think. Wow. Okay, this is actually mental. This is so. Let's just get our heads around this. So we've got all these new role passives, but these two are the big one, right? So everyone's going to regenerate 20 health after 5 seconds of not taking damage. You've got the role passive seems incredible. This just seems actually incredible, and I almost want to go out there with a crazed, like prediction that this is just they're turning it into a DPS game. This is going to be a game now where the DPS can pop off. Because if they're doing the right things, if they're shooting the right targets, then targets don't have as much healing as they require and they're going to die. That is massive. That's actually massive. And of course, if you run away from a fight, maybe you're a mobile DPS hero, your soldiers, your tracers, whatever, you're going to start healing after 5 seconds, which is a massive buff. And of course, your projectiles are bigger. So you're hitting more targets and you've got more health. Well, obviously, everyone else has got more health. But yeah, you're going to last longer. You're going to be able to hit targets easier. You're going to be able to heal. You're going to be able to stop healing on targets. Well, reduced by 20% of targets you're hitting. This is mental. This is actually mental. I'm getting to the point now where I don't even care about the comp changes now. If they'd made these core changes, I think it would have been enough to make people go, what? And come back. But doing competitive as well seems like a massive update. Wow. I don't know. Guys, this seems massive. I didn't expect this much. All right, let me know what you think about this in the comments below, guys. I'm going to take a look at everyone's reaction to this because this is huge. This is like the biggest update the game's ever seen. This is bigger than 5v5 because 5v5 was just let's remove a tank and let's buff the other tank and leave everything the same effectively. Yeah, there was some other changes, but it wasn't really much. Well, they brought in the role passives, didn't they, I suppose? So I guess that could be considered fairly big, but... Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening and watching the video. I've been Stylosa. And, oh yeah, if you got this far, I know where this comes from. So when I was putting it on today, it's got a tag in the back. It comes from Peacocks. If you're in the UK, there's a shop called Peacocks. They sell this. So go and buy it if you want it. And if you do, send me a picture over Twitter. Oh, sorry. Say Stylosa. Stylosa wants, what is it, commission for selling this. I don't know how much this is, but I don't think Peacocks is that expensive. So I don't know. Anyway, all right, guys, I'm out of here. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you lovely lot on the next one. These changes are insane. What?